Good evening, everyone. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
And sparkly lights.
And sparkly lights. I just love this tree, Gina. It's so gorgeous. So listen, everybody, we have a special birthday reading today. If you didn't know from the chat, happy birthday to Gina. We'll be getting to that in just a moment. I do have a couple of oracle decks here for your consideration beyond the one I'm using now for the one for the collective. One is new in here. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, so we can do that. We can do it. The Norse Goddess Rune Oracle is what I'm using for the card for the collective today. It's quite beautiful. And it's rather feminocentric. I thought it'd be perfect for the collective today. I'm still working with it a little bit, but I think for a collective reading, we can handle it. It's an interesting deck. I'm going to let Mr. O pick one out. They're all read up right, Mr. O, because the reversed cards, runes, have their own card.
Did you feel the table lurch when you jumped on it?
I did.
You cow.
Sunny is here.
You're a cow. And I know that these bolts
Mr.
are
O, pull a card for
up.
us.
I will. Hello, Sunny. Get out of my way.
Sunny just couldn't miss your birthday reading, Gina.
So they're all read upright, and this is that.
Well, it's Kanaz, and that's good. It's a beacon, enlightenment, and passion. And I think the goddess is Gunnlod. I don't know if I'm saying that's right because I don't speak Norse. Is there a number on that card? 11, I think, maybe?
It is number 11.
Okay.
One of the vets thinks he's fat.
I don't think he's that fat.
He is a larger bone cat. He weighs about 19 pounds. Just for perspective, the cat that does have the weight problem is much smaller body, but of course with the fat, she weighs 18 pounds.
So as I was saying, Kanaz Gunnlod is beacon, enlightenment, and passion. And there's a little ditty here about the goddess. I am Gunnlod, the keeper of mead, giantess in a cave. I have what you need. The gift of the skalds, poetry you desire. May Kanaz bring passion to fuel your fire. So the meaning on this, there's multifaceted meaning here. Kanaz is the rune of enlightenment, meaning torch. It represents fire and is the beacon shining a light on knowledge. It is reminiscent of headlights, lighting a path in the darkness and uncovering what is yet to be discovered. It burns brightly, bringing warmth and comfort around the fire as wisdom is handed down through storytelling and shared experiences. Often over a horn of meat, of course. This rune is the candle by which one studies, laboriously slaving away at the books in search of knowledge. It is a flame of creativity inspiring others through music, art, craft, poetry, or writing or oration. A candle that lights another candle loses nothing, yet the impact burns brightly for others. Kanaz is a spark, perhaps of passion or creativity. It's what fuels the fire in your belly, that which brings you immense joy. This may bring your awareness to a creative endeavor, a hobby, a course of study that you long to undertake. It bodes well for further education, teaching, studying, honing a craft, or refining a skill. Let the inspiration and spark of this rune bring that passion back to your life. What is it that fuels the flames of desire within you? It's time now to focus your attention on what feeds those flames so that you can nourish your body, mind, and soul. Pick up that paintbrush, compose that song, write that poem, woo your beloved, have a candlelit dinner, embody self-love. Kanaz provides the light by which you can seek, learn, and thrive, gifting you the spark to create.
And as Victoria says, drink some mead.
There you go.
I know next to nothing about the runes. They don't really speak to me, but this does, because of maybe the visual image sort of talks more to me. It is a really wonderful card, isn't it?
It's a beautiful card,
Yes.
and it speaks about doing something that, you know, inspires you, that you're passionate about, especially in art or craft or an educational pursuit. This is all about being a beacon of light through your creative endeavors. So good luck with that, everybody.
All right.
I'm getting used to this deck. It is a little bit more involved. I really love it. I really think it's awesome. Well, by Gina, you strike
You're
a
the
hard
birthday
bargain
girl.
here doing an oracle, but I have two possible ones for you. I have that Witch's Familiar Oracle, and I have this new one that I'm almost wanting to use. I used it for myself a few times already. It's the Divine Nature Oracle deck.
She says, pick the one that speaks to you.
I'm going to do the Divine Nature. I think this one will speak to me for you. I know you love animals, and in a way I love the familiar deck, but let's go with this one.
All right.
I really like this one.
If you meet me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Chug, 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 chug.
I like what it says inside the box, Gina, so I'm just going to share it with you and let Mr. O shuffle first. Nature
Keep
isn't
me from
just...
singing, eh?
Shut him up. Nature isn't just a place out there. It's also a place in here. You are related to elk and deer, butterfly, gazelle, and tiger. The mountains live in your bones, the rivers in your veins. Wildflowers grow along the chambers of your heart. You weren't born to pay bills and die, distracting yourself with the secondary satisfactions of mortgage and car and happy hour. Your soul is a forest full of stories. The moon whispers late at night. Indulge your own nature and rewild your life. I like it.
The reenchantment of the world. Hey, you. What's up? Aw. Cute boy. You weigh more than Toby. Sonny weighs more than Toby.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Feral girl summer.
It's a beautiful statement there. Yes, very nice. Thought you might appreciate that, Gina. I know I do. I think it's gorgeous. I want to show you the backs of the cards once we pull them too. They're very beautiful as well. They're gold embossed or whatever on the sides. So I'm going to let you do the honors of pulling that together.
All right.
Sunny's Tales wreaking havoc with your Lenormand.
Card 1.
And show the back of that card too.
Yes,
by the way.
here's what they look like, Gina. These are really pretty. Isn't that? That's so nice. I like that
Shiny.
delicate, shiny swirls at the top and the bottom. Okay.
So card 1 is the gift you received last year you can make the most out of this year.
And it's 26. I don't see the name, if it has one, but it says Call on Courage.
That is the name. Call on Courage.
All right.
So that's the gift from last year. Courage comes from the willingness to believe in ourselves and our source more than we believe in our fears. The word courage comes from the root word for heart in French, and you must use this energy center in order to find your way through the brambles and thorns of fear. Now is not the time to weigh your options or calculate your odds of success based on the 5 senses of reality. Instead, go within and listen to the voice telling you that fear is real, and that's okay. But courage is just as real and can be grown bigger and stronger than anything you face on your path. So I think something last year that called out, the courage within you is something that you can take from last year to help you out in this year ahead. So courage is going to be a key in some way in your year ahead.
It probably has something to do with the idea that a thing happened that made you feel you had to step up a little bit, to take charge, or to put yourself into this situation. It may have been a cause that affected you, but whatever it was, it really did speak to you and instill that bravery.
And that bravery that you exhibited, that courage, will serve you well in your endeavors in this year ahead. And it doesn't mean you're going to face terrible fears. It may mean you will try something you never thought you could before, which takes courage, right?
It just says it's a quality that you now have thoroughly immersed in yourself and is really there to just toggle on and off as you need it.
Exactly.
Card 2.
So what's the gift of the present moment,
The
Mr.
gift of the
O?
present moment, they're always upright, right?
Yes.
Is number 41, Burn Sacred Fire.
Ooh. I kind of like the sounds of that.
Yeah.
Burn sacred fire. Oh, anger. Anger is a sacred fire denied to many of us. We're encouraged to be compliant and agreeable, even when it's not in our best interest. Fire is fuel for change. Too little fire, and we risk becoming listless or depressed. Too much, and we risk our peace of mind being consumed by wrath or worse, bitterness. You don't want to be consumed by bitterness. Leave that to the Scorpios.
I will accept the challenge.
Anyway, the invitation in this moment is to find the creative power in your anger. What change can you invite? What injustice can you transform into justice through letting anger have its voice? When you allow sacred fire to have its space, you help the phoenix usher what is no longer vital into the ashes in order to be reborn on the wings of a new life. This speaks in terms of not holding back your anger, but channeling it and letting it, come out to transform situations for the better.
First, I want to say that was really nice what you said about Banshee's birthday card last year.
Oh!
I think the gift of the present moment is that you now realize sacred fire is not just a gift. It's also its own kind of obligation in a way, too. It obliges you to use sacred fire for the purposes of purifying, cleansing, or focusing energies.
That's right. So that's the gift of the present moment. There may be something now that is calling upon you to channel anger in a constructive way. And I'm going to leave it at that, but I wanted to comment about the birthday card thing, Gina. When you do get your birthday card, I was trying to tell you a story about it in that message that never got through to you. And it's a more funny card this year, but something silly happened when I was trying to write the card out. Wait till you see it, though. I mean, because it's really kind of silly what happened. All right, what's the third card?
Card 3, the gift from your connections with others in this next year. And it's Surrender the Resistance. Number 11. Oh, right, 11 was the other oracle card.
No, it was, yeah.
Surrender the Resistance, number 11. And it's got a woman just sort of laying in the field and letting the leaves fall around
Hey,
them.
surrender. Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yes, exactly.
Now is the time to let go. So, this is interesting. So, this is in your
this up.
interactions with others. Surrender is not defeat, though. It's a sacred pause that allows us to use all our senses to receive a new vision. This is the domain of the divine feminine. Listen to her, encourage your receptivity. Cease all striving. Stop the endless cycles of productivity. Abolish your white-knuckled resiliency. Let go. Lay your spine along the earth's solid ground and feel the support waiting for you there. There are times when effort only creates futility and extends suffering. This is one of them. Sometimes New wants to communicate with you and is awaiting your presence in this moment. Surrender and enter the power that is the sacred pause. So I wonder if this means maybe, with your interactions with others, that you might be taking a pause from some this year. I know you're partying hardy with friends now. This might also mean that, you should surrender and let go of maybe trying to control the flow with your interactions with others and just let things be.
It's about maybe just listening to them without the concept of necessarily telling them what they should do or how you feel exactly about it. It's sort of more like just sort of surrendering to the idea that they're there to kind of just talk to you and that they don't necessarily need you to guide them. When they do, they will let you know.
I like that. Very nice, Mr. O.
Thank you.
Wow, you're coming through on my oracles today.
I hope Gina appreciates it. Hey, Dex, Scorpio power.
Card 4, the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward with your dreams or goals in the year ahead.
And it's number 30, create stillness. Okay.
Another thing about creating stillness, that's interesting.
So you're going to become a monk?
Right? The card I got her.
Oh, right.
Never mind.
Never mind.
That statement will become...
That's our synchronicity.
That statement will become more clear to you soon, Gina, that he just made. Create stillness. The waters of consciousness are an ever-changing tide. Your quest right now is to soothe that churning sea and calm the waves of thought and concern. Create an intentional solitude and let the stillness at your core rise to meet the shifting tides of mind. Court the stillness so that in your clarity, the next step on your path, the answer, the solution can reveal itself. As Lao Tzu once said, do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? I love Lao Tzu. Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? The master doesn't seek fulfillment, not seeking, not expecting. She is present and can welcome all things. So, it's interesting. The gift that will help you work on or achieve your goals is to create that space of stillness and allow the answers to come to you as to what your next moves should be. I think that this is pretty awesome.
You're joining a monastery. More than one of these cards are really kind of saying that maybe there's a lot of inward stuff going to happen for you this year. It's guided from some things in the past, but it's mostly where you've kind of correlated your wisdom and knowledge and realized that, you have other purposes too. You have some purposes and maybe you're going to discover new purposes.
Card 5, the gift from your spirit guides and or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in the next year?
Roar! Cultivate divine masculine. Oh!
What number is that?
That's number 43.
Wow.
So you're not going to howl like a wolf. You're going to roar like a lion. And I've been wanting to say this for a while. There's times I've been sensing your astrology has Leo aspects with Mercury or something like that. Like it just sort of feels like you have some Leo energy around you from maybe different sources. I don't know if you've ever told us your horoscope.
Yeah, I don't
before.
know, but beats me. But I do know that this is to cultivate divine masculine. Many of us have only witnessed the masculine as a form of patriarchy, seeking to command and dominate. But the masculine force which lives inside each of us is seeking to assist you with a force that is power. Power with, rather than power over. I love that.
Yeah.
He can guide your steps and help you turn the wisdom, intuition, and insights of the feminine psyche into action and practical magic. That's really interesting that that's the advice from the ancestors, because in a sense, I can see that as working in tandem with that previous card of stillness. How that maybe that's how you can pull forth that divine masculine within. It's very interesting.
Well, I like the way you say that. Your inner lioness is about to emerge.
Okay, so turn your wisdom.
No,
and
there's
insight.
one more.
Let his capability and kindness expand the perimeter of all you hold dear, making space for you to rest your striving heart. Let go. Let yourself be loved from the inside out by the divine masculine. Allow him to open spaces for the next right action while you surrender to partnership. And you know what? Since this is about the guides and ancestors, this could be a masculine ancestor reaching out to you. Maybe it's your dad. You know, I'm not sure here, but I have a feeling that maybe there's something to that. That there could be a masculine energy trying to, guide you in this year ahead.
So there's actually one more card, Gina. This is the final
There is
card.
one more card, and it's the gift this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons have you learned? What progress or growth have you achieved by year's end?
Well, it's kind of different.
Uh-oh.
24, reveal the lies.
Well,
I don't know. I would tell the truth to a lioness.
no matter what you are facing right now, it says, but let's just say through this year, and how it tempts you to look away, one thing is certain. Your anxiety about it is lying to you. The thoughts and beliefs that come from our early unworthiness programming are false stories and fake news. Oh gosh, they actually use fake news
Fake
in
news.
here. The crippling fear that you're not enough, that it'll never happen for you, that you are less than deserving of every good thing, all lies. It's time to seek proof of your inherent value and great worthiness, not by listening to old stories, but by telling new ones. Even when facing uncertainty or doubt, endeavor to hear the voice that speaks the truest and most beautiful tale of you. And I don't know why, but I have this feeling that maybe what this card is talking about is how the outer world may be affecting you in the year ahead. There's a lot of lies out there. There's a lot of fake news out there. And we have to, challenge it. And we have to stand tall, and we have to be there to face those lies and tell new righteous stories as opposed to the ones we're being fed. I just feel like that's apropos just for the times we are in right now. And I have to say this is a very interesting reading.
Right. I'm not really sure what I would add to that reveal the lies. It doesn't feel exactly like a part of your personality. It feels more like maybe saying your mission is cut the clutter, and clear, let somebody else decide what the truth is. I'm just here to reveal the lies.
Well, and I think that through some of your inner workings in this year ahead, going into the stillness, communing with the ancestors, whatever the case may be here, and working on your goals, it seemed like you had to do some inner work as well. I think you'll be able to cut through the lies to the heart of the matter by doing so. So that's why I think that ended up with the lessons you will be learning in this year ahead. And remember, this reading is good from, your birthday through the next birthday. So, happy birthday.
Here's Sunny, your own mini lion, to wish you happy birthday too.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Remember, you can come back and refresh yourself and look at this reading anytime.
You're very welcome.
And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I picked the right deck for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice. Alrighty. Happy birthday.
All right. Take no prisoners. Oh, Victoria. I agree.
And SP has joined us. Hey, SP.
Hey, SP. I know Estelle has joined us. SP has joined us.
Yes, after Kara was Estelle and SP. And then Violet at the end, of course.
I've got it.
So now we're on to decks, and I believe the
I'm
question
happy, Gina.
is, I know it was here a moment ago. Where is it, man?
Sunny.
July mini general reading.
All right. Why don't you use the deck?
All right, I will. And I will use the Spheres of Heaven.
Yes.
It's a relatively newer deck. I like it. It reminds me in its own way of your Radiant one, but it's a little plainer with the pips. It's just sort of calming and pretty in its own way, and I like
Okay.
the use of colors.
I'm still debating what I'm up for a new deck for the cards for the collective, and I think I'm going to do the Witch's Garden deck for this next 2-week period, coming up starting on with Sunday's card. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to do some seasonal decks going forward for a little bit.
Thank you, Gina. Yes, everybody, please give us some likes.
Aw, thank you. Appreciate your support. Dr.
Hi.
Faiza, hello.
Hi there.
Would you like a reading? We can add you to the list.
All right, so thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing.
Okay, so the first card for Deck's mini July general, or however we want to look at it, the opening card is the Ten of Cups, so that's fabulous.
Oh, that is fab.
Yeah.
Get that together. Don't
The next one is the upright Seven of
Wait a
Pentacles.
minute. This one's your deck.
Okay,
Sorry. Go ahead.
thank you. And then the final one, though, is the Star reversed. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know.
The first card again?
Ten of Cups.
That's
upright.
right. Oh my goodness. Those general for July.
Right.
Well, let me pull out the Lenormand too, because I want to see if it gives any nuance here. Using the romantic Lenormand again, this beautiful deck I just got recently. Love it. All right. Well, we have the woman. And we have the garden. Somebody doing a lot of socializing, I think, in July. Seven of Pentacles. I don't know. I think I maybe want to start there. I'm going to be working my way around these cards a little bit dexterous. But I feel like the Seven of Pentacles may be key here. Maybe you've been concerned about something. Whether it's a relationship that, you're hoping will advance, or get started, even for that matter, bear fruit, or whether it's something job or career wise or goal oriented. This is kind of wondering if there's more you shouldn't do. You're kind of pulling back a little bit to determine what needs to be done, because maybe you've been feeling a little bit pessimistic about where things are going with that Star reversed here. You're kind of have a lot of worries and anxieties that may not bear out, because the Ten of Cups is here, and this indicates like a happily ever after kind of scenario going on here in July. In other words, something reaches a completion, a successful conclusion, or moves to another level, because tens are the end of the minors pips, and you go back to the first card from there. So I think something's reaching a happy conclusion, whether it's a goal or a dream or something job-wise or a relationship. Sometimes this is the card of marriage. So, whatever the case may be here, it's looking very rosy despite your concerns. I think things are going to be going well for you in July.
Okay, I had a coffee fit.
I didn't do the Lenormand. I did the three
swallowed
cards.
the water down the wrong way. So I was curious what you thought about the Seven of Pentacles, because to me, it sort of implies, Dex, maybe that what the first card, the Ten of Cups, the happiness or the connectivity, family stuff going on, is because you worked at growing that, maybe. And then the Star, of course, reverses. There's maybe still something that's not going to be quite kosher, that maybe something's going to still, turn awry for some reason.
Yeah, I started with the Pentacle card first, because that stood out to me.
I was drawn to that in a way.
And I felt that maybe whatever that Dex is working on, whether it's a relationship or business or goals, that there was some worries about what more they need to do to get it right. And there's a lot of, because they're having a lot of self-doubt and pessimism about, will it turn out okay? But I said, yes, Happy ending.
Well, Dex says career, so I guess
Ah,
that they're applying this or thinking
okay.
this could be about career. And this, I'm just getting a little thought, Dex, like maybe it's a career, but it also has some connection that makes it really emotionally important to you. Like either it's family related, you know, like you're working with family or for family, or that there's some connection there that really makes it emotionally bonding with you.
Well-
Regardless, it's just an impression I'm getting.
Well, you know, the Ten of Cups has that relationship aspect to it of family, but it's also about happy, successful conclusions.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
it's like, you know, the wish card, the Nine of Pentacles or the Nine of Cups is considered the wish card, material success. The Ten of Pentacles is more something that fulfills you deeply. So in other words, it's not just something that you achieve materially, but it's something that's emotionally satisfying as well.
But it ends like that, though. And
I
that,
didn't end it that way. I
see.
started here, went there, and went there.
I see. Okay, and I'm not exactly seeing that.
No,
I'm
I
just,
get that.
I'm just wondering if this, my interpretation would be that maybe there's still something that is not kosher for you, that feels disillusioning about what happened here, what bonded or what grew.
You might be right. And you know,
It's only for July.
no, right. So what I would say here too is you need to network. You need to like keep getting messages out to people. You know, if this is about career, I don't know if you're looking for a job or if it's something in the company you're working in that you're hoping to advance something. It's going to be important for you to get out and be seen, you know, by people, important people. So that I think is a big component of this.
Yeah, I can't say that that's other than that too, that a lot of this, and this could be a little bit off to the side too. I think that maybe this is just sort of something that is layered over that in a way, the idea that whatever conclusions or successes are showing up here, you're also still able to really promote yourself or promote the idea of that success, that growth.
Well, you know, and the other thing I just want to say that it is interesting here because Mr. O brought up family and stuff, and I brought up the fact that sometimes this is a card of marriage. So I'm looking at this too and you, and I'm saying, I don't know, are you going to a wedding this month? Have you been invited to somebody's wedding? It's possible
interesting.
too that you might be getting an invitation to somebody's wedding or celebration. So
A lot of
rule that
times
out.
in the Lenormand, the woman or the man sort of plays the role of the inquirer, but it can also represent another person that you may or may not have a more, you know, intimate connection with of some sort, or hopeful. So I wouldn't rule it out that doesn't mean that maybe due to what's going on here in the office or whatever aspect this is about, that maybe there is somebody you meet.
She
That is a
might be in your
possibility.
future. I wouldn't rule that out.
I can't rule it out.
I can't rule it out. Because there is some aspects of love here and romance with that
Yes,
card.
with the Ten of Cups.
And the garden card can indicate social gatherings and celebrations, as well as saying networking and being seen by others. So take that to the bank. Good luck with that, Dex. I think
luck.
things are looking up more than you might realize career-wise, too. So good luck with that. And I think we're on Airy the Aries.
Oh, really? Okay.
Will I get along
You're
with
welcome.
any of the women in my future spouse's family? I hope at least a few of them will like me, especially if he has sisters. Well, that's an interesting future question there.
Sure.
Because you don't have a spouse, and I don't think you have a candidate yet for that. But let's see what we get. I'm game to try.
As a general type question, why not though?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just thinking about what the future could hold.
All right, let me get a deck.
You're welcome, Dex.
You're welcome, Dex.
By the way, everybody, earlier today we premiered the Unhappy Hour, which is our sort of semi-sardonic take on therapy or
Well,
working your way through your problems, or basically just turning your smile, your frown, upside down.
it's basically simply, it's not therapy. It's just talking about what might be going wrong in your life and how you're dealing with it, how maybe you could deal with it better. That's how we end it, is how you can turn that frown upside down. And we also do a prediction for the world at the end of it, and I'll tell you, that was a real interesting reading this time around.
So it's on our YouTube channel. You can watch it anytime. It's got timestamps, so you can go right to your elemental sign if you don't want to watch the whole thing.
Or watch the world reading.
Exactly, because I have those timestamps too.
All right. He is not making my life easy here. All right. Well, you've got the King of Pentacles here. Sounds like brothers. The King of Pentacles is upright. And you got the Devil reversed. Well, everything looks pretty decent here. And you've got the Six of Pentacles upright.
And I'll throw that Lenormand then. So the first card in Lenormand is the fish, which is a nice sign, and the letter, and of course it has a little heart on the letter.
Well, I have a feeling, this is interesting, Ari. I have a feeling here that you will be well received. I think here that people will look upon you, the siblings, it could be a male. I'm not going to rule out that there's a male or an earth element going on here with some of the sibs. But it looks as though maybe there's just one, too, since only one court card came out. I can't rule that out either. But I would say here that you're going to be looked upon as somebody who really is a very caring person, benevolent, somebody who's very also smart and savvy about the way they conduct their affairs, their business, their finances, etc.
So it's the king, right?
Yeah.
So this could indicate that the character is that they may be somebody who is a little bit more in charge of things or wants to be. So there could be that sense maybe of, like you just let them have their domain and you'll probably get along well.
Yeah, I think you're going to get along well because they're going to look at you very highly here.
What's the second one?
The Devil reversed. And so I think here...
You're taking care of their brothers so they don't have to.
No.
Yes.
That's freedom. It's reversed.
They're the ones being freed.
Well, maybe you're freeing them of the responsibility of the sibling you're marrying. Yes, that's an interesting point here. But I don't think it's that. I think they look at you as a very, liberated, free-spirited individual that won't be tied down. And I think that will garner respect here. Because look there's the Six of Pentacles upright too. And I think the Six of Pentacles is indicating to me that you're going to be treated very fairly, very evenly. What you put out there, for better or worse, is what you're going to get back from these people. So if you play your cards right, and everything is going smoothly, then you're going to be treated in kind.
In context, I think this means you're really part of the family. You're sort of enmeshed in that flow.
Mm-hmm. And when I see the letter and the fish, I really think here people are going to like you so much in this family that you're going to get a lot of invitations to gatherings and things. You're just going to fit right in. That's what it looks like to me. It's very positive.
Yeah, so if you like a big family gatherings and lots of cousins, sisters, sister-in-laws, whatever, this will probably be your future family.
This might indicate that he has more than one sibling, but I'm not sure. I would say that definitely it's a bigger family for whatever reasons. Like he said, there could be a lot of cousins.
Extended, big family.
Yeah, aunts, uncles, all of that stuff. So... But you're definitely going to fit right in.
I mean, even if, one or more of his sisters didn't like you, maybe his aunties would. And
so this sounds great. nothing to worry about, at least there. Now you got to find Mr. Right.
Exactly.
Good luck with that.
All right, Ari. And Victoria says, a few days ago, I was invited to join a group. Let's just call it a group. It's kind of a big deal. There's no turning back if I join. Would that be a good thing? Will I be successful?
Victoria, about Ari. It is true. Well, Miss V, let's see if we'll do 3 cards first. If it doesn't really give us a clear picture if it will be successful, we'll ask that as a yes/no. But let's just see what it says about the group. If you join, will it be a good thing? Let's see. Oh, thank you, sir. Sorry.
And it's my deck, so I am going to use, for no particular reason, the Deviant Moon Tarot.
Oh. Haven't seen that one in a while.
I've mostly been using it on Goth Tarot. And this is a deck that you gave me, my dear.
Yeah, I am surprised you aren't using that for, for the cards of the day. You know, you picked a lot of your older decks, but that one is a cool deck.
I'll get around to it. I'm not sure why you would care since you didn't like it enough to keep it.
Well,
You
I
gave
really
it to
thought
me.
it suited you more somehow.
You're welcome, Ari.
Hey, you're welcome, Ari the Aries.
I like the Deviant Moon. It really has a little bit of a creepy quality about it, which makes it wonderful for Goth Tarot. A friend of mine online who does a lot of oracle work for people gives lessons in working with the Deviant Moon. They're usually sold out, so I don't bother with them. But yeah, it's an interesting little deck. All right, Moon Girl.
Wow.
Feral Moon Girl Summer.
I'm going to have questions after I saw this Lenormand here.
Uh-oh. All right. The 5 of Cups. Upright.
That was our card of the
I know,
day today.
I know.
Whoa.
I love this image. Look at that, being yelled at because of the spilled cups.
Let's throw them all out there. Let's see what we get.
I will. The next one is the reversed 7 of Swords. Look at that image. Yow. Reversed 7 of Swords. And then finally, I know I'm dragging this out for suspense reasons, the reversed Knight of Swords.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Run, Victoria, run now. It's your only chance.
I don't know. Well, let me tell you what I drew first here, Ms. V.
Yes, it has been a 5 of Cups kind of day. Uh-oh. Run into his arms, Victoria. Run.
He's pretty hot.
Yes, this is the hot guy. Is he the key?
So I don't know if there is a guy involved here in this group that's key to your joining or how you're going to get along in this group. But I will say this, that 5 of Cups gives me a little bit of pause because it shows some disappointment here. Are you disappointed at, like you said, once you join it, there's no turning back. So are you disappointed that once you join, you're going to have to leave some things behind? Are you, that's what I'm wondering here, that it might be, what? What?
Disappointed about what you're going to find out.
Well, maybe. I won't. That's an interesting point. I didn't want to go there yet, but that is a possibility as well. Because here, I think here that there are truths that are going to be revealed to you that maybe you don't have the full picture yet of everything. And once it comes out, there might be some revelations that might be, a little bit challenging to you. They may not necessarily be bad, but, I have to wonder with some of these negative cards here. So he said, yes, you might be disappointed in what you find out. But what I'm thinking here is maybe you're disappointed in leaving some things behind after you found something out, that, oh, gee, maybe I shouldn't have, put my eggs in this basket too soon.
Right. This talks about maybe your investment one way or another with this group, whether it's, a physical investment of any sort or just what you figuratively invest, your time, your spirit, don't sign in blood.
Don't sign in blood. And what's that, the Knight of Swords?
The Knight of Swords reversed.
And I think that maybe some of what's going on here is
cool,
that
Ari.
It's either one of two things, that there are people in this group that are behaving kind of recklessly, or they're not communicating well with one another. I don't know. This probably seems really out of left field for you because you sound invested in this.
Does this group have some sort of fierce agenda of some sort? I mean, do they sort of have this arrogant agenda to just rush in and do something with something? I know it's vague, right? But, that's what the Knight of Swords is. He just sort of rushes in and
without
upsets
thinking
things.
often.
Right, and upsets things.
So there may be some maverick in this group, whether they're male or maybe it's just somebody with a lot of masculine energy that maybe, is a little bit disruptive, to group process here. And so the key is how you're dealing with this person, I think. Overall, that may be a major factor here. And maybe some of this just won't come out until you actually are part of this group. That's what I'm beginning to wonder.
So I almost wonder, is there anything about, you as a woman, who's not necessarily famous or prestigious, being asked to join? Is there are you wondering if there's an ulterior motive, like why this group of people would ask you to join or be interested in you? Just wondering.
Oh, she deserves the spotlight, so no.
I agree. I'm glad you liked the reading, Ari. I thought there was some good info there, so...
But I'm going to tell you what, Ms. V, let's do a quick yes-no on this with your cards. You can tell the aces on this one, right? So let's do a quick yes-no on this.
I'm glad you dropped the last part because I think that the Knight of Swords reverse could say that maybe they're a little bit, hasty with some of that, what did you call it? Management of people. But let's do the yes or no real quick. We got time.
Yeah, we just want to know if it will be successful for you. So
yeah,
let's ask
will
that.
Will joining this group be successful?
There may be some challenges. There may be challenging moments dealing with, some of the people, but it doesn't necessarily mean it won't be successful. So let's just see what the cards say about that.
No, I appreciate that info. I wasn't really sure what you were signing on the dotted line, but that makes sense in a way. So whether or not this would be a successful move for you. I'm really happy for you, Ari. I thought it was a pretty good reading.
Overall, it was a really good reading. Yeah.
I think you'll be liked.
Now you just got to find him.
Do you want to shuffle too?
Yes. Oh, all right.
We're both shuffling because you're special, Victoria. Or because she doesn't trust me.
Well,
no, you trust me.
I would have trusted him completely. He knows it. He's just being Mr. Scorpio here.
Her mom didn't like me, but we somehow figured it out. So, Of course, I had this long hair, and I looked like a hippie bum to her. She was so much older than us, though, so anything would have looked pretty wild to her, right?
Well, I didn't see any... I didn't see any problems with that reading at all, Aries, so I think you'll be well liked by family in general. There's always some things with in-laws, as Mr. O can tell you.
I was. I was telling her about your mom not liking me. All right, so the reverse Six of Wands in one pile.
Huh.
An ace, reverse, but it's an ace.
But it is
I'll
an
take
ace.
it. I'll take it.
It was on the 13th card, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was.
Yes, it was.
No pulled out this time.
But what'd you get with that last one?
It's the Eight of Wands upright. So it's leaning towards no. You know,
won't
the
be
success
successful.
factor.
Why, though? I'm looking at that Six of Wands here reversed. And I feel here that maybe you feel like ultimately you're not getting the support you hoped you would, or maybe the recognition you hoped you would through this arrangement. I think there's going to be a lot of energy and activity, though, so it's really mystifying to me. I think it's going to be a real mixed bag for you.
Well, I agree with what Banshee just said, because a lot of times when I see the Eight of Wands, it not only indicates that energy, but it denotes hitting a mark, hitting your target. So it may be that although you don't feel a level of support, maybe it's possible you can still hit your mark because you are associated with the group.
So my personal feeling is this is going to have a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a real cakewalk for you. Success can be achieved, but you know, it may be through a lot of your own hard work and efforts that success is achieved. And you're going to be putting a lot of energy out there into this, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So even though it's leaning towards no, it's not a definite no. And I feel like with these cards here, with this card in particular, you might be able to turn this around.
All
So
right.
I wish you luck with that.
Hey, Victoria, good luck. It was a good reading.
Nothing is a cable walk. You mean cakewalk, I know.
Well, you go walk across a cable. That's not very easy either. You're welcome.
All right. Kara is up.
Hey,
Hey,
Kara.
Kara. What can we do for you today?
That point by Violet is valid too, Ari. You know, make sure he has a good relationship with his mom. All right, Kara.
Yay.
Kara.
Is my friend going to bail out on me and not visit in October to our witch walk? And is the guy she's dating got the cause of it? Well,
Okay.
I think we should do 3 cards and maybe a
Yeah.
yes, no if we need it.
Okay.
Again, it's one
Yeah.
of those. It's my deck, right?
Is this that best friend you mentioned somewhere else earlier today to me? I think you said they were a Scorpio. I could be your best friend. You know, Scorpio and Taurus are like the opposites, you know. My brother's a Taurus. I don't get along that well with him, but I don't hate him.
That's good to know.
Well, you know, liking anybody in my family is a crapshoot at this point. It doesn't do anything for me ever.
No.
Sorry, it's true. All right, well, let's wish good things for you in October. We're about to enter our second hour.
And we're almost done with our list again. Well, we've got
4 more after this
Yeah,
one.
4 more readings, counting Violet.
Counting Violet.
Our happy hour is going to be late on Saturday. It's going to be
It'll
at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, well, this is an interesting card indeed. Our first card is Judgment upright. Our second card is the Eight of Wands reversed.
There's that Eight of Wands again.
And then we have the Page of Cups upright.
It is the page. It looks like an ace just laying there like that, you know.
I know.
Kind of interesting. And in the Lenormand department, we have the dog. That's good, perhaps.
That's your friend.
Yeah, that's your friend. Is that the child?
Yes.
And the child. Have you known them since you were children or since you were a lot younger?
Yeah, is this an older friend of yours from childhood, maybe? Just curious.
Or somebody you've certainly been friends with for a long time, I bet. So the dog is a really good sign. But let's get to the reading then.
Well, yeah, because it is a little bit of a mixed bag here. I am a little bit concerned about that Eight of Wands reversed. Like there's some mix-ups with communication or maybe even getting together. It could be
Thanks,
that...
Violet.
It could, but I sense that there'll be good news coming. I have a feeling that it may be hard to pin this person down or to really get them to commit, maybe, is the thing here. But I feel here there's ultimately good news that I think things will work out. This person is going, well, I don't know what that judgment is about. Can you give me some...
To me, this sort of says that maybe by October, and I don't know if this has been a long time relationship with that guy.
School, okay.
No, I'm talking about
No, she's
her.
talking about the friend and how old.
I know.
Okay.
You're saying Willie bail because of this other guy. That was part of the question.
Oh.
I remember that.
Yes.
And I'm thinking the judgment sort of swings toward that, the idea that your friend will realize that maybe there is a challenge here, but I think they're going to weigh on your side.
Maybe that's it. They're trying to figure out how to, where they need to apply their energy at this time, whether it is with the guy or with you. But I think they're going to make the right decision here and there'll be good news coming. That is my hope.
Further supported by the Lenormand in a way.
It kind of is, because it sounds like an old friend of yours, is going to be influential here. And also that there's loyalty. This friend of yours feels the loyalty towards you. And so that may win out.
Okay, thank you. And, there's a bit of time between now and October, so this may move a little slowly, child steps, but I think, the loyalty, the good friend will be there for you.
So I don't think we have to do a yes/no on this. I think it's looking positive, at least at the moment. But I do feel there is some
Wiggle room?
some challenges here that they're facing with how to, where they really need to focus their energy at this time, and it is scattered and divided. But maybe that's a good thing, because ultimately I think they will choose the right path.
Well, I don't know if you told us if this has been a long time boyfriend of theirs, but I have a feeling it'll be over by the time of October.
I don't know about that. I can't say that.
I just sort of feel a judgment is like, no, I'm not staying here with you. I'm going to visit my friend.
That doesn't mean they have to break up, though.
Maybe it does. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, it's men we're talking about.
Well, there's plenty of time to check on this again if things still seem to be up in the air, Kara. So we can always check again if you need us to.
All right, so it's a cell.
Hi, Estelle.
Hi, Estelle. See, not that long, 3 months. It could be over by October.
He's such a pessimist.
She's a Scorpio.
Well, I just like to feel that...
He's going to run from her
man.
eventually. No.
Anyway, no comment. No further comment. You're welcome, Kara.
Kara, tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, so is there anything blocking me from reaching my full career potential? And that would be your
Oh,
death.
that's right. You told me he was a Scorpio too. They're going to murder each other. Is it my deck?
I'm shuffling a Lenormand.
I don't know.
I had
until you
already
tell me.
told you it was your deck. You were talking, though. Do you know the question? Do you need me to repeat that?
No, I see the question right there. Can you read my mind, or
Yes, I can.
Or do I need to rethink
Oh, yes,
that?
I can.
My survey says wrong. Or you really are the meanest person in the world. Take your pick.
I was just thinking and reading your mind about how you wish you had my wand so you could stab me in the eyes. Scorpio.
I can do better than a blunt wand, though. Blunt wand. The pain thing. I can read my mind. Well, we hope so, Kara. Okay, so here's your cards.
Oh my
Our
gosh.
first card is the Eight of Pentacles. I love how this worked out. That's definitely a card about a career.
Well, it's about working, absolutely.
Okay, and then it's the the Eight of Pentacles. So this is the Five of Wands. Is that right? Five of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit intense looking, that one, as a Five of Wands goes. And then finally, it's another 8. It's the reversed. Oh, you know what? This is actually the Strength reversed. Anjou?
Oh, wow. Here.
Here.
Well, you'll see.
Cross. Cross my fox and hope to die.
Wow, Asal. So what is blocking you from achieving your career potential? The Lenormand, I think, is going to say it quite clearly, but let's look at these other cards.
Hi,
Because
Gina. Are we there? Ask them. Somebody's talking there.
I'm going for it.
Ta-ta. Wow, Sonny, when you take it down, you take it down.
They can hear us.
I know.
Okay.
I figured as much. That's
All
why
right,
I
well,
kept
then
talking
we
to
are
you.
still here. I hope nobody left, other than Gina, who had to leave. Gina, if you are still here, happy birthday to you.
And it was sunny all along.
And same for you, Victoria. We'll see you soon.
Wasn't that exciting, everyone?
Aim that camera down, Mr. O.
I'm working on
He's
it.
working on it, Violet. Give him time. He's got a few things he's got to take care of here.
People.
Be patient, Scorpio. We're good. We're good.
Boy, I'm sure I believe that. Look at my screen and tell me.
You still got a little ways to go down. Just bring it down.
You're looking
a
at the
little.
little small one, right?
Yeah, I am. I can see it on mine too, you know. It looks good.
Here?
Yeah, TF.
I don't trust you.
It just went up again. It just went up again a little bit.
No, that's
See,
about
our
right.
banner's gone. Our
I
banner
see
was
part of
here
the banner
before.
behind the yellow letters.
Yeah, but it was down more before.
Just a little, really. I mean, does
I'll watch you.
it have to be for the last few readings?
Oh. Whatever. He did it the other direction.
Okay, so it's the other direction. Okay, well, gee, Barb.
Nice.
Peace out
Just leave
for
it
once.
there.
Peace out for once. Just
All right.
leave something else there.
Leave it there.
I'll reserve my comments for later.
Estelle, I hope you're still here.
Oh, you think, Violet? Hey, what about the opening theme? Was it still too loud? I tried to adjust it.
Now he's getting Scorpio cranky.
No, I'm not. I'm talking in nice, reverent,
Okay, Estelle is
peaceful
here.
tones.
Estelle, this is a really interesting reading. You're asking what could be blocking your career, your work, and I do see some interesting things here. The Five of Wands in particular, perhaps, what might be blocking you is this fear that you don't measure up, or that maybe, you might feel you have a hard time collaborating or working with others. But I get the feeling here it's more than that you're worried about competition or the stress that you don't measure up, that others are better than you or something like that. And what is that card there? I'm sorry.
Strength reversed.
Strength reversed, where I think you have to just assert yourself more. That maybe you're not asserting yourself enough in order to stand out. That could be blocking you, especially if you're looking for a job or career and you haven't really found your niche yet. But if you have, that may be the problem too, is why you're not getting promoted or moving up. I think here too, this is just saying you do have what it takes. The Eight of Pentacles here, you are a hard worker, you're dedicated, you're persevering. I think that this is very positive, but it may be more about mental attitude here, and building up your confidence is what's needed.
Well, I think because of the way you asked the question, you are wondering about that. What is, possibly blocking you?
Yes.
And I think Banshee outlined some of that really well. I think that maybe what could be blocking you, though, too, could be that maybe you do need direction or mentoring or sort of, something that aligns or calibrates you towards your career goals. I'm not sure if that's some sort of instruction, but I get the feeling it could be. It could also be, too, that maybe, you view competition as something you're not used to in terms of, maybe having to be competitive in either a career or in a work, office, etc. environment. That could also be going on with the Strength reverse, too, that maybe you question whether you should be more assertive or whether you need to be more understanding. And, of course, business is pretty vicious anywhere in the world, so depending on what kind of business it is, these are good things to think about, but they may be things that hinder you in some respect.
Well, I look at this too, the fox and the cross, and I feel here you've got to tone down the anxiety level you may be feeling about your performance or your ability to find what you're looking for. I think maybe you're too anxious and stressed out about it, and you need to dial that down. You need to not worry so much about how you measure up. You just need to show everybody that you're a hard worker, that you can do the job, and stand up for yourself more. I think that's basically what these cards are saying.
Okay, and I was kind of misinterpreting this one because I thought it was the 8 for some reason, but it's really the 9 of Pentacles.
Oh, well, that changes mine even. I thought you said it was the 8 and I operated on
I did say it was the
that.
8.
Okay, well.
But, I finally saw that it was the 9. You could have seen that too. Couldn't you?
Well, what I would say here is that you are this doesn't change it that much.
No.
What I would say this does bring another facet into my thinking here, Estelle, is that you are very capable of getting what you want out of a job or a career. You're very capable of making this happen and getting what you desire. You just have to assert yourself more. You just have to dial down the stress or feelings of anxiety you may have that you don't measure up. All of that still stays the same.
Right, I agree with Banshee, and you're welcome too, by the way. The Nine of Pentacles could be saying really that in terms of that question, some of this could also be about, the level of comfort you feel, and that maybe to some degree, you need to feel a little bit of pressure in some respects towards moving yourself in that career, that you can't become too complacent.
Interesting reading. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Estelle.
Boy, that rascal Sonny, though. What a mess.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around,
my
everybody.
goodness.
But we got your questions.
I hope
so
everybody is still here.
we can do
SP,
the reading.
you are up.
All right, and SP has asked an update on relocation. Feeling very concerned.
Oh, man, SP. All right, I'm going to use, I don't think I used the dragon deck yet. I'm going to use that one. Well, I'm glad he didn't pull us offline, but that was still...
No.
Maybe I
He
jumped the gun
disconnected the
there.
cameras, but they were easy to put back together.
But the thing is, sometimes there's just a window where I can get messages out if we did go offline. So I wanted to let people know we would be back if we did go offline. Because, yeah, it could have happened. Okay, update on the relocation. Ten of Swords, reversed. The Ace of Swords is also reversed. The Knight of Wands is upright. That's good.
Can we add Kim?
Sure, let's add
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Welcome. We will add you. Yeah.
We got about 3 ahead of you.
Yeah, there's, after this reading, actually, there's only 1 ahead of Kim.
Ah, okay.
So
you'll be next after this reading.
No, after the next reading.
After the next reading.
Yeah, okay.
Say what you mean what you say.
Right. I did
All
say
right.
that.
Sure you did. And here is 3.
That would be the ship.
Okay, I
Is
knew
it
it
in the
wasn't the
water?
child. And oh man.
That sounds like you're moving.
It does.
You know, this could be you, male or female. We like to look at, that, or somebody could be helping you move this along. I'm hoping that's the case, SP. These aren't all that great of cards except for that last one. I would say this, though, with the Ten of Swords reversed, that's probably the best way to get this card. And what it might be saying is that some of the dark days are behind you now. That some of the darkness is moving. You're feeling, you will be feeling a little bit more at ease, like better days are lying ahead as far as this moving, this relocation goes.
I think that the Ten of Wands reverse may indicate that if there was any particular obstacle or impediment, whether it was a physical thing or whether it was a paperwork thing or a legal thing, that will be removed, or you can look forward to it being removed or overthrown in some manner.
Exactly. And but the Ace of Swords is reversed as well. So what do you make of that,
Well,
Mr.
with the
O?
Ace of Swords, it could be saying that, this comes after a delay. There could be a delay here. It could be saying that maybe it changes the picture a little bit that maybe there is some change, though, about this. I'm not sure if I can imagine what that change might be. Maybe it's a change towards all of a sudden you have to move really fast, faster than you prepared for. Like maybe an opportunity immediately shows up and you have to take that. I'm not so sure that's realistic or not, so I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, that's not a bad way to go with it, but I think that the Ace of Swords indicates here that, there's still something that's making this process go slowly. And it may be, decisions that have to be made still in regards to making this move. There's still something blocking this beginning from happening, and it just seems to have to do with some people either, whether it has to do with communications that are not getting through, or to do with decisions that are just being very slow to be made.
Well, even if there are some obstacles removed, it doesn't mean that everybody involved agrees with this process or the outcome, and so there still may be interference being, parlayed because of that.
There may very well be, but I'm very hopeful here when I see the Knight of Wands in this position, because the Knight of Wands, knights move.
That's true.
And as he pointed out, knights move fast. Now, it doesn't move as fast as the Knight of Swords. So I think here that this is saying is progress is coming. Progress on the career front is coming. And if I couple it with the Lenormand here, I think what it's saying is a move is inevitable. A move will take place.
I like it. And Sunny?
All right. You lay down. You don't cause trouble anymore. I'm mad. That was bad. Why'd you do that? He says, I don't know what you're talking about. And he probably doesn't. I wish you luck, SP. I'm cautiously optimistic. So I think it still may have to take some time to play out. And it's really unfortunate. You've been through so much with this already.
Hey,
but
Dr. Fisa.
We'll just have to see how it goes.
We are ready to do your reading.
All right. What to expect soon in the near future in love. Okay, and you are a Libra. All right.
All right, so let me think here what deck I will use. I will use my Mermaid's Tarot. The Mermaid's Tarot has a sensual feel about it that makes it nice for romantic type questions. Naughty Sunny indeed.
Oh.
That would be a Banshee question.
I don't see it yet, so you'll have to tell me.
She asks a few rows up, close the list.
Oh, close the list, Violet. No. But I think we aren't going to get much more, Violet. I don't think you have to worry too much. And if you have to go, don't worry. We will. We'll take over. I know you got to get LB to sleep and stuff. Act seriously. I didn't just jinx it, did I?
All right, Dr. Fisa. Here we go. So our first card is the reversed Wheel of Fortune. This is followed by a reversed Ace of Wands.
Oh my. Just looked at it. All reversed.
But we do have Justice upright.
I'm going to let you go ahead first.
All right, so your question was whether or not you could expect anything in the near future in terms of romance, love?
What to expect in the near future in love.
I just read that.
You said whether or not. Sorry.
The Wheel of Fortune reverse could be saying that there would be very unexpected things happening, perhaps, in terms of that question. So in other words, you might not be able to, and the cards may not be able to. This could be saying that mostly these would be things that really probably may not stand the test of time, but it's hard to say. What do you think?
Oh, I was going to let you go with the reading, but
Okay.
I guess
If you want me to, I will.
Interject here. You know what? I think this is saying that maybe luck is not with you in the love department in the near future. That there could be some downturns here. Whether you're in a relationship right now and there's some issues that may continue for a while, this cycle. The good news about the Wheel of Fortune, whether it's upright or reversed, well, and it's better when it's reversed, is that it's only temporary, Dr. Faiza. So it's just saying for the time being, things are going to seem a little bit slow in the love department or non-productive. It may also be that your timing is off. You know, if you're trying to meet Mr. Right or Ms. Right, you're trying to find the person, you know, a romantic partner. It just may be your timing is off. And with the
Ace of Wands
With
reversed.
the Ace of Wands reversed, it's hard getting anything off the ground. And so I'm thinking here too, if you just started a relationship, for example, there may be some problems. There may be some issues that are surfacing that you'll have to deal with. And, you know, it's going to feel a little bit, make you down a little bit, but I want you to realize this is only temporary.
Well, Libra itself is the sign of the scales, justice, so I think that's kind of interesting. And just as an aside, some astrologers feel that Libra relates emotionally to people differently than any other sign because, in fact, it's something built into their astrological makeup that has that discernment ability. There's more, but I don't think I need to go there. I don't necessarily agree this means you'll be unlucky, but I think it may mean that the timing factor is definitely off, or that some things unexpected could happen, like, you know, that you meet the person unexpectedly, or that something abrupt happens that changes things. I do agree with what Banshee said with that the Ace of Wands reverse could be saying it just doesn't feel like anything that you're starting is moving ahead, or it seems really slow. There's other factors that seem to have to work out for some reason.
Well, going back to that Wheel of Fortune, I do have to say it's a difficult time. It's not a positive time for you right now to entertain relationships, because it's really going to be getting things going is really slow. And if you are in a relationship, for example, and you were having issues, it may be hard to navigate through them at this time. I think, though, that, and also as far as unexpected goes, usually when the wheel's reversed, it means it's an unexpected bad turn of luck. So I personally feel here that it's just not a very auspicious time for love right now. And I have a feeling it's just really for the next month. And you know, if I'm not mistaken, Mercury is going retrograde soon. And so that may be playing a part in this too.
Mercury would probably have more of an effect on most air signs. So it could be affecting you more so than others.
So it just may not be the right time. But I'm looking at Justice upright here, and I'm thinking to myself that maybe, well, one thing I want to say for certain is that you don't want to settle for anything but people who will treat you, a person who will treat you fairly, equitably, who's willing to give and take in equal measure. And so don't settle. Don't settle. You know, you're a Libra, and you know, as Mr. O pointed out, these scales, the fairness factor is very important for you. And so the other aspect of this might be that in time, what this is saying is, even though things look kind of dark at the moment, in time those scales are going to right themselves again. The wheel is going to start turning, and conditions are going to improve.
It is mostly a temporary time, and I think that the idea of justice really makes you feel like you can decide to go into a relationship or not based on what you really feel you're understanding there. And that may be a strength for you if you're encountering people who just don't seem right. All right.
Well, this is interesting. We've got the fish here.
The fish.
And we've got the rider.
Rider.
Now the rider is about movement, and and it's interesting because fish,
Oh.
they swim around too, and they move a lot. So it's about movement. It's also about messages. It could be about invitations. And so I almost feel like you're moving towards a period, though, where you may have a lot of invitations. Go and accept them. Go places, see people, get out there and try to get yourself seen. If nothing else, it may attract people to you. It may attract love interests to you to do that. That's what I'm seeing here, is accepting all kinds of invitations and getting out more, making moves in the direction of finding more people.
Well, it's that metaphor about, there's a lot of fish in the sea. And so maybe this is saying really play it a little looser. Don't be looking for the love of your life necessarily. Date a little if that can happen. All right, Dr.
Oh, so it's not in pre-shadow yet, is it? Because August 4th, not July. You were saying July 4th.
I thought it was in July. But I don't really remember because July would be awfully soon in a way, wouldn't it?
Yeah, in a way it would be. So I think it might be August.
Yeah.
So, okay, Mercury is not the factor here. But something is up, and I would just say that this month things might be a little bit slow, but by all means, accept invitations, be seen. I just don't expect much to happen or develop right now for you. I wish you luck with that.
Hope to see you again.
And, check in with us again. Conditions can change.
Right, we always think that tarot's a snapshot in time and that certain things can change that picture.
Okay, hey, Kim, you are up. And you did have a question,
Libra.
I think.
What's coming towards me?
What's coming towards you? All right.
Libra.
Oh, it's Libra.
That's what it says.
Did I forget Libra?
I don't know.
That's why I thought Kim was next. I'm sorry, Libra cusp is up. Thank you, Violet.
Mothra's still trying.
I'm trying, all right. Okay. Let's see what's coming towards Libra.
And tomorrow, somehow, some way, another episode of the Emotional Exchanges will come your way.
Oh, did you not film it yet?
Not yet. Hey, it's been kind of busy lately. But it's coming your way tomorrow at 7 a.m. And I also do a thing where I will try to divine who is actually coming towards each of the signs of the zodiac. So that's tomorrow at 7 o'clock a.m. or whenever you happen to see it.
But I thought we were going to eat Cheetos and watch the debate tonight.
Well, who knows when this will happen.
I'm just kidding. But we do have Cheetos.
Remember, somebody else wanted to close the list.
Hey. First off, the debate is after 9.
I could film it in a half an hour. No, I can't.
All right. Libra, what's coming towards you? Let's see. Ooh. The Five of Pentacles. Upright.
Are you reading them one at a time, the 1, 2, 3 way, or just 3 out?
Oh,
We haven't done that yet.
I guess we should.
Okay.
So what's coming towards you looks like the Five of Pentacles. Upright. I hate to say it, Libra. Could it be a sick spell? I don't want to see you getting sick again. You guys have gone through a lot of stuff in recent times. And so, take care of yourself. Watch your body. Take care of yourself. It could also indicate a little bit of a financial downturn. Maybe you have to tighten your belt a little bit. I think that there could be some maybe expenses coming up, unplanned for expenses that could cause some problems, some issues.
Well, I think a Five of Pentacles could also imply a sense of being isolated for some reason, that maybe you feel circumstances have kind of isolated you from either other people or what your goals are. And you may feel like you don't have someone to turn to or talk to. This feeling may or may not be exactly that.
Oh, it's time to get my hair cut. My hair's flying in my eyes. So, yeah, I would say that's a possibility as well. Let's see where the cards lead us.
Why is that important?
Why is that important? Well, we have the world upright. I think it's important, especially if you go with, well, I'm just going to go with what I said, this financial downturn or this idea that, what was it? Oh, your health. It could set you back from completing something you really wanted to finish. There's some work that you were doing or some projects or goals, and, everything kind of hangs in the balance with this Five of Pentacles in play.
Right. It's important because also, too, you maybe, feel like this isolation takes you out of the world you need to be in, whether it's the world at large or whether it's your own world, the world of your children that you have to work with, the world that you work in, the world with, other people you're involved with that you may have serious interactions, whether they're parents or siblings or cousins, neighbors, so that's why it's important that you figure out what is isolating you, because you need to get back with the world.
Wow.
Where will this lead to?
It's another 5, but this one's reversed.
Okay. 5 of Cups reversed is actually okay.
Not bad. So where this is all leading is, I think you will find opportunities to be able to complete what you were working on.
I read what Violet wrote.
You stop it, Violet.
As the ultimate moderator, I can delete him or whatever as fast as possible.
You stop it, Violet. And you too. You two are evil. So listen.
Hey, Violet, maybe we have a show potential together. You can be our moderator.
Oh, I might like that.
I know. It'll never happen.
Well, at any rate, what I was trying to say here, Libra, is that, okay, it looks like you've got some issues. Your health and different things could be going wrong here. Financial issues that are blocking your progress. But the good news is, I think you will find a way through this. I think you will find a way to come up with a way to get done what you wanted to do.
You may have to actually employ some forces that you've dealt with before, whether they're people who you can call in a favor with or people who will, have your back if you need that. But other than that, I do feel like this situation does right itself.
Yes.
Game over. Maybe. Alrighty, so here's our Lenormand for that. And it's the tree, right? Isn't that the tree?
That is the tree.
It looks like a tree, and it looks like a house.
A house. Well.
Tree house.
So I do think maybe there is something to do with your health here. Or it could have to do with the health of your property, where you're living now. Maybe there's something you're going to need to do for the home or, to make yourselves, an expense that comes up. Something breaks down. You need to replace it. I'm beginning to wonder now because I think it ties in to that 5 of Pentacles, don't you?
That's very interesting, yeah. It almost makes it seem like maybe what's coming towards you is something unexpected about, your living situation. If you own, it could be a repair you weren't considering or realized. If you're renting, it may be something happening that changes something dramatically, a rent increase or...
I hope it's not going to affect your living arrangements.
Right,
Yeah.
maybe they want to do something that would, mean they'd have to move you out or do something serious there in the apartment area. It depends on, what it is, but something's going to happen, I think.
I think it will, but there will be opportunities, like I said, to turn this around and successfully conclude the matter or whatever it is that you need to work on here. And again, I can't rule out health either. I know the house is here, but isn't the house also our bodies? Our bodies are the house of our spirit. So I can't rule out a health issue either that's setting you back a little bit. So good luck with that.
Violet, you can go if you really need to
Yeah, Violet.
But we're not going to
really,
close the list.
you know, our shows on Thursday are shorter as it is, and so
But you got her pegged right. She really wants to get to that debate on time.
So if people want to come in, I'm not going to discourage it, but I will be judicious, okay? I promise.
Oh, I don't need to hear that, Kara. All right, I think we're finally at Kim. Hey, Kim.
I know you're messing with me. All right, hi, Kim. Sorry we're being so silly here. But after the Sunny fiasco.
Yeah, thanks for sticking with us.
All right.
So
what do we got for Kim again?
Well, I haven't used it yet, so I guess I should use it.
Okay, any messages that I need to hear. So should that be my reading as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it's your deck,
And
though.
I'm going to use the Karma Tarot.
Oh, no. The Karma Music Tarot.
Karma Music Tarot. I brought it out because sometimes Gina likes to get a reading with this deck, and I didn't know. But we went somewhere else.
It's a very odd little deck.
Yes, it's 45 plus years old.
It's very old, too. Yeah.
It's in better shape than that other older deck of mine. Because
Kara, he took down the set. He took down the microphone and the camera.
Funny.
We thought we went offline.
He somehow pulled all the mic and camera cords out because he jumped in. I guess he snagged it. Everything went off the table. The microphone. What a mess.
What a mess. Bad Sunny.
Yep.
At least we didn't go offline, though. So.
All right, Kim. Thanks.
He's supposed to be our therapy support cat. Well, unofficial. He's not a he's not a therapy support cat, but he's always on our show. Out of our 3 cats, he is the one you'll see the most.
So the first card, Kim, is your question, basically, which was any messages that you need to hear. And it is the Knight of Wands.
Ooh.
And the Knight of Wands says that maybe you may realize this, you may not. It's a large card there. But you may be finding that there's movement towards an opportunity for you. It may be something that you can really express yourself, whether it's creatively or otherwise, something that really pulls together the things that make you feel courageous or driven or confident and charismatic, something you feel you can lead in.
It's very interesting because, again, you know, the Knights are cards of movement. I mean, they could represent a person, but I will say this, that it seems to me that something may be coming or going in your life in regards to career, a business, or possibly a relationship, because this Knight is usually about invitations. This could be about the start of a romance. This could also be the start of a new job or career, or perhaps a step up in your career. So there's lots of possibilities with this Knight, and there's also creative potential here. So if you have any dreams and goals, personal ones, that you want to get off the ground, this is a good time to start.
But it sounds like you're going to be hearing about these opportunities. That's what's coming towards you.
So why is that important?
It's the Three of Wands, because these opportunities are coming at the exact right time you need to have them to take advantage of them.
Yeah, it's a very interesting card here because I almost feel like whatever is happening is going according to a plan you have, maybe. Or maybe it's part of a plan. It's like things seem to be falling into place, whatever this is. If it's a romance that you're interested in, or if it's a business concern or a personal goal, this is kind of like everything just seems to be falling into place. And there's an expectation of good things to come. I like that.
So we'll screw it up now by turning over the card that says, where does this lead to?
Of course it's reversed, but I like that.
It's the Hangman
It's
reversed.
not always a bad card.
Yes.
And considering the cards that it's with here, I'm beginning to think what the Hanged Man reversed is saying is this is a time to not sit back, not step back and rest on your laurels. This is a time for action and movement now. The Hanged Man is up in a tree and he's, gathering his thoughts. He's getting a broader picture of where he wants life to lead him next. But guess what? You're coming off that tree now. It's time for action. This knight demands action. This card is saying there's going to be action. And this one says there's an expectation of success. So I think it's all leading in a right direction for movement.
To answer your question there, it probably is in this next few weeks or so. So it could be. It could be when you visit your sons.
Do you know that the Three of Wands could also be about successful travel? So that's very interesting.
That's very interesting. I like the fact that there's wands in all of these because there's basically wood trestle there for them. So there's the idea of this being about growth. Maybe visiting your sons at this time is an opportunity for growth on anyone's part. It's also opportunities for challenges with networking, becoming better friends to your sons or to their families or things like that.
And you know what? This is very fiery.
Good for you.
This is very fiery energy going on here. And I feel that that's, good for creative endeavors, creative pursuits, and just movement. Again, it could be travel. But let's take a look at what we have with the Lenormand.
I like what you said there, Kim.
Let's take a look at what we have with the Lenormand here.
Letter.
Next, the letter.
And the clover.
Well, you know how we had the Wheel of Fortune reversed in one reading? The clover is kind of like a positive Wheel of Fortune in the Lenormand. It's luck, it's timing, it's synchronicity. It's almost as if everything is falling in place. I don't know if you were invited to visit your sons or, you expressed it that you would like an invitation to do so. But this could be about that. This could also be an invitation or some kind of letter of acceptance of some sort. Like, for example, if you were looking for this job, a job or career, there could be some letter indicating, a step up or that you got a job offer. This could also be a message, a love message. This could be a love message, that just comes out of the blue almost, maybe unexpectedly to you. So whatever this is, this has to do with luck, synchronicity, and timing. Like everything is falling into place. And I almost like this card being in the same reading as the Three of Wands because it does seem to have that feel that everything seems to be falling in place for you right now. Some real positive vibes here, Kim, all the way around.
Right. The letter is like coming directly to you and it brings lots of clover luck. The letter doesn't necessarily mean it's an old-fashioned letter or even an email, but it does sort of seem like it's something that's communicated to you.
Yes, the list is closed after V, Violet. Fine, you two. I would agree. Well, that's what we have for you. I hope that gives you some insight. And
whoops, I didn't mean to pin that one.
Thanks for joining us.
I pinned the wrong message.
I don't know what to do with him today. Ah! We win, Mr. O.
Well, right, but I have to live with that one.
You may have won this battle, Violet, but I win the war.
I control the buttons that make this go off forever.
All right.
Don't believe me? I'll do it. All right.
Well, good luck, Kim. I don't think you need good luck because it was right there with the clover. Should be a lucky time for you. Capitalize on, luck and timing. Everything seems to be right place at the right time kind of thing going on here. So I like it. I like it a lot.
You're welcome, Kim. And yes, we're obviously getting a little bit crazy here.
You are welcome, Kim. Okay, V wants to know about her ex Leo's current feelings towards her. There's drama about him in the blogs. We still are not in communication. He's playing in the Olympic Games. Okay.
All
He's
right.
playing in the Olympic Games. Wow. I'll be watching the Olympic Games. I don't watch every competition, but I try to watch a lot of the Olympic Games. I love athletics. I love seeing people at the pinnacle of their athletic abilities. And the Olympics is just full of champions, you know? They're the best of the world. So I'm real excited to watch it every year. And Mr. O whines. Because he has to put up with me.
Take out the hearing aids. What?
All right.
You shuffling for V?
Oh, it's my deck. All right, well, I guess I'll use my mermaid deck if I can find it. And there it is.
Also this week is Banshee's Material Matters, Sundays at 10 a.m. We are live in the chat room.
We're live in the chat only.
For a pre-recorded show. I had that, you know.
I know.
Oh well, why don't you finish it then?
For a pre-recorded video about the material side of life, what's going on in business, education, and finance for all 12 signs of the zodiac. You will get a reading for your signs, and Mr. O will generously timestamp them all so you can go to the reading of your choice.
I am so generous.
Annoying, but generous. All right. Well, the Knight of Pentacles is reversed. I'm going to assume that's him right off the bat. The Hierophant is upright. Wow. This is a tough call, V. And the Two of Wands is upright because now I know
Sounds
he's...
pretty, Kim.
Now I know he's in the... Aw, that sounds wonderful. You know what? V, I don't know if you're much on his mind right now, but let's see what Mr. O has.
Okay.
Ooh.
House.
And the house.
Yes.
Well, the Knight of Pentacles reversed indicates that, you know, he may be...
Very slow here.
He may be very slow to be, you know, considering you right now. And he might be very slow in responding to things. And I think that's probably because he is working hard at perfection right now. You know, with this Hierophant reversed here, he wants to be top of his game. He may be really focusing on that right now. And is it any surprise in a way here? Because also there's the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is, he's really, you know, if anything, he may be plotting a strategy for dealing with you. And I don't mean that in a cold way. I mean that he may be just trying to think of how to approach you once all is said and done, you know, with what he's doing right now.
I get the feeling like there's a lot on his plate that is sort of focusing him in a different way, but I don't feel you're totally off his mind, even though there has been no communication. I think it's the Hierophant that makes me feel that way, but I don't know that that predicts a future for you. I think the Lenormand maybe indicates there's some possibility.
Well, he has a good point here that the Hierophant can sometimes indicate, you know, status quo. So maybe his feelings haven't changed one way or another about you right now. I could see that. And it might be due to the fact that he's focused on, you know, the prize right now, winning the gold. He wants to secure, right? He wants to secure his joy, which is really his profession. You know, I hate to say it, but it almost seems as though, perfection, you know, is his his sport is what's the most important factor in his life right now. I really believe that from looking at these cards. But I will say this, that I do feel he thinks the status quo is here. And I also can't help but wonder when I look at this Lenormand if he feels like, well, everything is comfortable with us, everything is cool. You bring him joy. You do bring him joy in many ways. I think that's evident with these cards as well.
It just seems like with that Knight of Pentacles, though, it's really on a very slow burn.
Yeah. So I wish you luck. I wish him luck in the Olympics for what it's worth. Gee, hope it goes well. And I hope it goes well with the two of you. I know you've been struggling with this for some time now, so I'm hoping for the best. You said he's your ex, but you're wondering about his current feelings. I think he still thinks about you, but I'm just not sure, that he's willing to change things right now.
That's what I think, too. I mean, I think you've definitely made an impression, and I get the feeling that there's still some immaturity going on with him, too.
Well, clearly,
As a Leo, because you said he's a Leo, right?
Oh, he's a Leo. And, some of those cards really reflect that about him. Trying to achieve perfection, looking for the prize.
Self.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Good luck with that,
Froggy energy. I like that, Violet.
No, not Froggy.
You'll be sorry.
No, the frog doesn't mean the same thing for everybody that it meant for me.
Okay.
There's lots of positive energy about the frog, and maybe it would have been positive for me if I didn't have so much time, so many things on my plate when Froggy kept coming up in my life.
I'm going to use my Witch's Tarot. I don't use it here a lot. This is the one by Ellen Cannon Reed. I know there's probably at least 4 or 5, but hers is one of the older ones. And I liked her a lot. She was a really great person. All right.
So do you want to do my reading with that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
What does Froggy have for you? Well, okay. Genius's Pain. It's the King of Cups reversed. This could be saying that Froggy thinks you have to give tough love somewhere in your life. That maybe you love a person, but you have to, and that's unconditional, but there are times where you're not always happy with them. And this means a lot because of your situation. And so you may have to try to use the darker aspects of a loving relationship to illustrate that in some respect.
Well, I wonder here too, Violet, because I know, a little bit about what you've been going through, and I can't help but wonder if what the message from Froggy is, or what Froggy is bringing you is, this chance to work through some of the things that have been affecting you, your emotions and causing you to be off balance. I wonder if it's that.
The King of Cups in the right way is usually very much that kind of counselor, kind of helping you find solutions, being a healing person. He still could be that way, but he's understanding of the fact that there's some considerable darkness or angst or whatever to work through.
Well, if there's things that, is going to take some time to work through, and I think Froggy is here to work on that with you. And you are looking for transformation, so let's see. Why is this important?
Why is it important? The Tower reversed. No! I'm sorry. Oh, dear.
Well, why is it important? Because go on.
You need to learn these. You need to stop not learning the lessons, whatever those are.
Froggy wants you to just maybe get out of this cycle that you're in. I think that's basically it. And it may be that it's been tough and it's been hard to find the way out. You know, sometimes the lessons that we have to take away from things that are crumbling around us or feel unbalanced is just finding that balance again, being able to break that cycle. The lesson may be just that you have to break free from the cycle now. So if you want to transform, I think what Froggy is saying, why this is important, is you're going to have to do some of the hard work here and break that cycle. And maybe what it's saying is, even if you don't feel ready to transform, it's time to transform. Okay? It's time to pick up the pieces and transform.
When you kind of put up your dukes in terms of tough love, it may be that you're telling everybody else, or telling the ones who need to know it, they have to stop repeating the cycle. This may be you actually trying to stop that cycle that others are doing. It's not your cycle necessarily. I just have a feeling it's not your cycle necessarily.
Where are things headed?
The Three of Wands upright. A really cool opportunity will present itself.
Well, I think what it means is that you are probably finally going to move away from situations that haven't been serving you well to to achieve something that you really wanted. I think it's time for you to move forward now and step up and achieve, and open yourself up to receiving rewards now, as opposed to, living in this cycle of, I don't want to say lack, but of disappointment. It's time now to step up, because that 3 is saying, hey.
Because we did this kind of as a more, spiritual kind of question, that Three of Wands displays the images of the Maiden, Mother, and Crone too. So there's a sense of a trinity here. And the Three of Wands just always says there's a really good opportunity for you. And that's saying that at the end of this, that's what happens, is you'll see how you can actually make that opportunity work, how you can deploy your energies to reverse that situation.
I so like the way this one turned out, even though the mice are here.
Victoria, why did you go? We had your mice right here.
But the bouquet is here.
Nibble, nibble.
So I feel here that moving away from a place of unsettled emotions, to breaking free of that cycle, leading you to gifts and rewards, which is the bouquet, it's going to put this to rest. All these little pressures and stresses that you have been feeling, and some of the things that have been tearing at you, they're going to ease now, because joy is returning to your life. And, gifts will be received. I think, there's going to be a more positive environment happening around you now, and you're going to feed off of that. I think finally, whatever's been affecting you physically, mentally, or emotionally is going to be busted through, and you're going to feed off of some real big joy coming your way.
Violet, I agree with her totally, because I'm the gift of annoyance, not just for you, but her too. But yes, I see this. I mean, what it really comes down to is these gifts that you will receive because of stopping the cycle will help you deal with all the other effects that were annoying you.
Do you know what else it could also indicate, since this was about Froggy? Froggy is like a gift to you right now that can help you overcome all the stress and strain in your life. So he's bringing this transformation to you. Accept it. I think accept the frog into your life.
And I have seen really big bullfrogs eat mice on film, not in person. So
I have never seen that, but
yeah,
I'm glad I haven't.
There is a picture or two of it on the internet.
I don't think I need to see it.
It's pretty gross.
I definitely think you should welcome the frog. And as a matter of fact, if you can post pictures of frogs, whatever the case may be, you have animal decks, I'm sure. Pull out the frog, have it front and center, on your altar, or, in spaces that you see it every day. For example, mirrors, You know, I think that's a good spot to have him too. When you're looking in the mirror and you see the frog right there,
It's
be a
9:01.
good thing.
It's
Encourage
9:01.
that.
And I got to start popping popcorn.
We have no popcorn. He's lying.
Well, you know what I mean. It's just
He's lying.
It's just a, metaphor.
Well, everybody, I want to thank you all for putting up with our craziness today, and hope you got some enlightenment from these readings. And that's what we have for you, Violet. I think it's interesting. I hope you all have a great rest of the week. Do come to our happy hour show on Saturday. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do not answer questions on that show, but we give you a single card positive message from Spirit to brighten your week ahead. So do join us, and then we'll hopefully, if we don't see you there, we will see you soon. Have a great rest of your night. Bye for now.
Bye.